Hey, what's up everybody? I decided to make this video and put it on YouTube because over the last, I don't know, maybe year or so, I've always been that person that when people would start coming to me with conspiracy theories and this and that, like, I didn't really pay him a whole lot of attention. And I have a little brother that was real big into a lot of this stuff, and I always laughed and made fun of him. And a lot of it still I don't really get into, like I don't Area 51 stuff, like whatever, like that stuff doesn't really mean anything to me. But for about the last year, I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube, and I've started doing my own research into a lot of this stuff, and I've started to realize a lot of things. And one of the things that I've realized is so many people on YouTube that do videos about conspiracy stuff, man, like, they're so far off the grid. And especially people that try to use the Bible and bring religion into it, they're so far out there, like, they're so far off that it's not even funny. And then they're claiming to be, awakened and all this, but so I don't know, if these videos will, if anybody will see them, or whatever, and if they don't, then whatever, but if they do, then I might keep doing them. I don't know. But so for this video, the first thing I want to talk about, I think a good place to start would be with the new Taco Bell commercial. The day before yesterday, I think, is when I seen it for the first time. Taco Bell's new commercial is straight Illuminati, like blatant. Like, they're not even trying to hide it, and I've always been one that said, Hollywood, or the powers to be, whatever you want to call them, the elites, because a lot of times when people talk about conspiracy, they like to think the government. And the funny thing is when people talk about the New World Order and all that, they like to think that it's going to be like the president is going to do it, or whatever. And it's not. Like, the president's not really, the president, for the most part, is controlled by the elite. So when you talk about the government is used by the elite, but the government is not who's in charge. You know what I mean? Like, the government's not who's in control. The government's not who's pulling the strings. And so I don't know if they wanted to be called the Illuminati, the elites, the people that are in control and pulling the strings. I don't know if they named themselves that, or if that's just what people have named them. I don't know. But I've seen so many videos of people, and they're saying that it's Trump, that Trump is the Illuminati. And first of all, no, he's not. You don't have to like Trump. I don't care. I don't care if you voted for Trump. I don't care if you didn't vote for Trump. I don't care if you think Trump is a racist. I don't care if you think Trump is the greatest president. That doesn't matter. That doesn't have anything to do with anything here. The people that are in control of all this, there are, what you find when you Google it, like, the information that you get is supposedly that there's 13 families. I think there may be more, but obviously, there's no way to know that for sure unless you're a part of it and you're in it. But some of the biggest ones that I know, or know of, are the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, and then of course George Soros. the Sinclairs, and so they own, you know, the oil companies, they own banks, they own, you know, they own everything. And it started way back, you know, and once they got to a certain place that they were able to kind of start, you know, using their power to take over, they got into everything. The music industry, they're in Hollywood, just about anything that you can think of that makes money. One or more of these 13 families are involved in it. They're in it somehow or another. And so I've always said, you know, that Hollywood was real good about being used to, when they want to do something and they want you to kind of desensitize you about it, you know, they'll throw it out in a movie, or they'll throw it out in a TV show, you know, they'll throw it out in a commercial, to where when you see it later, you know, like automatically your brain doesn't really want to comprehend that it's actually happening. You just want to, you know, you almost call yourself crazy, you know, and you write yourself off because it helps you sleep better at night, you know. It helps you not feel as intimidated or worried that something's really going on out there in the dark that you can't see. But I'm going to tell you, there's some stuff taking place out there that most people can't see, and most people's not going to see it. This is all stuff that has been predicted for a long time. A long time ago, this stuff was predicted and said it was coming. The Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, this is, you know, they've tried more than once to do their New World Order agenda, and they have failed, you know, several times. I know that the more I dug into 9/11 and what really happened there, and then finding out that David Rockefeller owned the World Trade Centers, and then there's videos on YouTube that you can find. I will try to get it and put a link in the description so you can see it. But videos that you can find where, you know, people telling that they had interviews with Rockefeller where he didn't tell them what it was, but he would tell them things like, well, there's going to be an event, and we're going to use this event to say that we're going to war against terrorism, and through this war on terrorism, we're going to eventually be able to get to where we can control the people, and things will eventually take place enough that we can declare martial law or whatever, you know, but that this war on terrorism is going to help us control the people, you know. And these people's, you know, telling like flat out that, you know, Rockefeller told them this, and then just like a month or two later that 9/11 happened. And 9/11 was the event that triggered America going to war against terrorism. You know, the fact that there was, man, there's all kind of stuff about 9/11 that the more research you do, the more you look into it, the more you realize that it was an inside job, you know. I believe that Rockefeller, or the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, you know, the Illuminati, if that, you know, whatever you want to call them, the elites, I believe that was their inside job. I believe that they were the ones that done it. and they done it so they could declare war on terrorism, give us an enemy that seemed like could never be defeated, give us an enemy that, you know, we've been at war with them ever since. And it's to the point now to where you look at what's taking place, you know. There's actually, I believe it's Chicago right now, that is actually trying to get the UN troops to come in and have a state of martial law in Chicago. And it's crazy stuff, man. And all this is happening, and people for some reason, and it's just like the Taco Bell commercial. People see it, and they're gonna see it, and people's gonna laugh. People's gonna be like, "Oh, whatever. That, you know, that's not what's going on. It's just a commercial. It's just this. It's just that." You know, people don't understand, man. You know, people don't understand that the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and George Soros, man, these people have moved in the shadows like forever, undetected, you know, being able to do whatever, man. Like, you know, we don't see these people. We don't know, you know, we have no idea what they're doing. You know what I mean? And so I'm going to do some other videos where I'm going to talk about things like the Walmart FEMA camps. I think I'm going to get into Hollywood a little bit and what's going on there. Several things. But here's the thing. I said all that to say this. A lot of people are worried that this is going to be like some kind of the rich versus the poor type thing, and there's going to be probably people, I guess if you want to say collateral damage, or people caught in the crossfire. But here's the thing that you got to remember about these elitists. This is the most important thing to know about them. George Soros, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Sinclairs, you know, even if you want to get into some of the bloodlines that have helped in politics, that have been really, you know, the Clintons, George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr., who were both members of the Skull and Bones, you know, they're all Satanists. You know, they all worship the devil. And so a lot of people think that when the New World Order comes, right, that it's going to be about controlling the people so they can control the money. These people don't have to have money. You don't have to have money when you're powerful. You know, when you can just pick up the phone and say, "Hey, I need somebody to bring me a brand new car," and they show up in your driveway with a Corvette. You know what I mean? These people don't have to have money, man. These people are powerful. It's not about the money. These people are Satanists. These people, they want to be God. They want to be gods. That's what they want. And so all of the New World Order agenda, the Agenda 21, I might get into some of that. All of that, it has nothing to do with money, really. You know, they've got all the money in the world. You know, it has to do with them having the people and them being elevated so high above the people that they can feel like they have become a god. You know, all of this, man, it's all spiritual. That's all of this that's taking place right now, dude. It's all spiritual. You know, it's all in the Bible. It's all in Revelations. It's all in Daniel, you know. So we're going to get into some more of that stuff later on. I just wanted to upload this quick video, kind of like an introduction, I guess, to the channel in a way. And so if you like this video, you know, let me know. Leave a like on it. you know, click subscribe, and all that good stuff. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.